The Church of St. Cenydd is located in the village of Llangennith, Gower. The church's lynch gate, which is unique to Gower, was restored in 2021. It dates back to 1903. They were made by local resident William Melling. He also made other articles, including the font lid, altar, fontal chest, a memorial cabinet, and the churchwarden's wand. The Church of St. Cenydd has a long chancel nave with a large square-sided saddleback northeast tower. This has 4 bells with lancet windows and a blocked-up Norman archway. The original 6th century church is thought to have been founded by St. Cenydd. It was said the site was destroyed by Viking raiders in 986. According to legend, St. Cenydd was born of noble blood but out of wedlock, and put in a basket, Moses fashion, in the Bury estuary. He was rescued by gulls and reared by angels on Bury Holmes or Worm's Head. At Bury Holmes there is a hermitage within an enclosure said to be associated with St. Cenydd. In the late 14th century, references were made of grants to individual hermits at the chapel of St. Cenydd at Holmes. Excavations in 1965, 1966 and 1998 revealed the ruined wall of a church nave with a chancel arch, living quarters and a possible classroom, and traces of these can be seen today. St. Cenydd studied under the Welsh Church Fathers in the Vale of Glamorgan and then returned to Gower to found his churches here. The original church on this site was destroyed by Viking raiders in 986. The present building, dating from the 11th century and early 12th century, dedicated to St. Cenydd, is Gower's largest church. In the early 12th century, the church and the adjacent priory cell were granted to St. Torrin's Abbey at Evero in Normandy. Records reveal a very complete line of priestly incumbents from the 11th century up to today. Inside the north door of the church is a 14th century effigy of an armoured knight. Its local name, Dollymere, is probably a corruption of Delamere, the name of Norman Gower landowners. The baptismal font is 12th-13th century and carved from stone quarried in northeast Somerset. Evidence shows that there was a medieval trade using the Severn Estuary as a highway. The stained glass window in the east of the church shows the risen Christ with St. Cenydd and St. David. St. Cenydd's stone is located inside the church. It has an intricate knotwork carving and is thought to be the base of a 9th century Celtic standing cross. Inside the church are stained glass windows and plaques of dedication. Buried in the churchyard are traditional Gower folk singer Wassailing, Phil Tanner, who was also known as the Gower Nightingale. Wing Commander Anthony Eyre, DFC, prisoner of war during World War II and commander of RAF Fairwood Common, who was killed in an air accident aged 27 in 1946 at RAF St. Athan, Glamorgan, is also commemorated here.